Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ozcast Kids. Hi, I'm Jojo. I'm my unicorn.
George's Rainbow Garden. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful rainbow unicorn named Georgia. She had a shiny horn, a flowing mane, and a tail that sparkled in the sunlight. She lived in a magical forest with her family and friends. And one day, Georgia had an idea. She wanted to create a garden that was full of rainbows, just like her. She asked her grandfather if he could help her. "Of course, my dear," said her grandfather. "I'll get Daddy and we'll start working on it right away." Georgia and her grandfather set to work. They dug up the soil and planted all kinds of colourful rainbows. They even put in a little pond for the fish to swim in. Maxy the puppy and Rocky the Rottweiler came over to help too. They helped Georgia plant the flowers, and Sarah the cat even helped with the watering. But as they were working, they noticed that something was missing. The garden was beautiful, but it wasn't quite as colourful as they'd hoped. "What's missing?" asked Georgia. "Rainbows," said Daisy the horse. "We need rainbows in the garden." Georgia thought for a moment and then had an idea. She used her magical powers to create a rainbow archway over the garden. It was the most beautiful thing anyone had ever seen. All of Georgia's friends were so happy and impressed with the garden. They laughed and played all day long. From that day on, the garden was known as Georgia's Rainbow Garden, and it was a place where all the animals would come to play and have fun together. Georgia learnt to be creative and think outside the box. And with the help of her friends, she can make beautiful things happen. Isn't that right, Georgia? The end. Written, spoken and produced by me, Andy Martin. A Podmate production for the Ozcast Network.
Ozcast Kids.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.